everybody, welcome to part 2 of the orientation video where we're going to be looking at how we'll be utilizing Cengage Now throughout the semester. When you log in, you'll go to the assignments page and it automatically defaults to assignments I can take now. Nothing is showing here as of yet because all of those assignments become available to you on Friday, the 17th of June. You can click on all assignments. And here you'll see a list of all the assignments that you'll have throughout the semester. You'll see when they become available, how many times you're allowed to take each assignment, and so on. So this is exactly what you see in that detailed homework and test schedule that I've given to you on Blackboard. If you ever get into an assignment where it says the prerequisite is not been met, that means you did not receive that 72.5% or better on the previous homework assignment. And that's what's preventing you from moving on. So if you ever see that, that's what it's talking about. You also have a link called Assignments I Can Practice Now. For every chapter that we'll be covering this semester, I have created a practice set for you. These practice sets are there purely for your practice. They are not graded. You can take them as many times as you want. You can check each question as many times as you'd like. And I've heard so many times from students, both in face-to-face classes and online, that this is such a useful tool for them when they're preparing for an exam. So take advantage of that. Once you have gone into a practice test or a practice set, you can just take one question if you want. If there's one topic that you are really struggling with, do a few of the questions just associated with that topic. Once you've done those, hit submit. Look back and see what you did right and wrong, and you can take the assignment again. Every time you take an assignment again, that practice set will generate with new numbers for every single question in that assignment set. So you have an unlimited amount of practice available to you. When you go in there, there might be 30 questions. You don't have to do all 30. Again, you can do one or two of them, hit submit, see the correct answers, and practice it again. So you don't feel like you have to do all those questions once you get into there. And again, it's not graded. It's nothing that I look at. It's purely there for your practice. Up here at the top under the grades tab, again, anytime you've taken an assignment, please make sure you go back into the grades tab here, click on your grade for that assignment. It will be in a blue link. It will open that assignment back up and it will show you what you entered, what you got correct and incorrect, and it will also show you the correct answers, and it will also give you some feedback on how to calculate some of the correct answers if there was calculations involved. Even if you get that overall assignment grade of a 75 or an 80, you still want to be able to go back and review your assignments in total, because you might have gotten 100 on the first two questions, but then a 30 on the third question. So you want to look at, why did you get a 30 on that third question? Look at what you've done wrong. Make sure you have that information before you get to an exam, because you don't want to make those mistakes again. So make sure you're always reviewing your assignments and seeing how well you did. Under the Study Tools tab, you'll find a lot of resources that are available here. You will find things such as the ebook, you'll find flashcards, you'll find videos. There's a lot of useful resources that are in this Study Tools section. So when you click on Study Tools, you'll see that you have a direct link to the ebook, and you also have the Study Tools and Adaptive Study Plan. So if we click on that first one, you'll see a list of all of our chapters that we will be covering during the semester. So you can simply click on one of the chapters, and so we'll just this one for example. Once you click on a chapter, it's going to give you an overall view of the chapter and some chapter resources. So for example, ebook link to exactly that chapter, flashcards for that chapter, quiz bowl, which is like Jeopardy. There's an animated activity, meaning it's a video that gives you a little overall view of the chapter. There's some additional resources here. You'll find power slides, for example, for that chapter. If you want more learning object specific resources, simply click on one. So if you click on one, it will show you what resources you have available for that particular learning objective. So you'll find Tell Me More videos. Those Tell Me More videos are the videos that you'll see in those lecture assignments that I have for you. The Show Me How videos. Most of these Show Me How videos are also embedded in most of the exercises and problems that you have to do in your homework assignments. These show you how to actually complete a problem that's similar to the one in your textbook. You can also practice some. So if you just want some additional practice on a certain topic, you can go in here and practice one. You can also take a quiz up here. It's nothing that I look at. It's purely for your benefit. It's a multiple choice quiz, usually around 20 questions. Once you finish the quiz, it will give you a grade per learning objective and show you how well you do with each one of the learning objectives in the chapter. It will then also give you an adaptive study plan, meaning it will give you a study plan of resources that are included in here that they're going to suggest for you based on your grade on a specific learning objective. So for example, if you didn't do really great with learning objective 2, it might show you most of these items that they're suggesting for you to look at or review or to watch or to practice with. So when it's grayed out, you'll see up here if it's gray, that means that it's suggested. Once you watch it or practice or whatever the case may be, it will show then completed. And up here at the top, it will show you your progress for each learning objective and how well you're doing. So once you get through green, that means you're done with each one of those. So those quizzes can be a great refresher before you get to taking an exam, just to make sure you really have a solid understanding of each of the learning objectives. If you are using the ebook is a wonderful resource as well. It's very interactive for you. A lot of great little things built into our ebook here. So when you get into the ebook, you will see that you have some resources over here on the right hand side. For example, you have flashcards for each chapter. So you can card, you can flip the card to get the definition or the terminology. You can down and shuffle the deck. You can create your own flashcard if you would like. There's a diary, there's the full ebook that's available for you. You can search for something. You can also take notes and highlight things just like you would in a regular textbook. So if you want to highlight it, you can choose a color that you like to highlight that information in. If you know this is going to be important and you really want to remember it, if you highlight it again and click on Add a Note, you can set it's important. And it will save to the same section that you put that note in. If you want to find all of your notes, simply click that pencil and highlighter icon in the bottom right hand corner, and it will show you all of your notes. It will show you the date you actually created the note, what you highlighted, what note you put, and if you click on this blue arrow, it will actually bring you to the page where you made that highlight or that note. If you would like the textbook read to you, you can have that done as well by simply highlighting it and click on Read Text.
To make or buy a component.
If you don't like that person's voice or the sound, or it's too fast or too slow, you can change it. You can make it fast and you can change it to a female voice.
To make or buy a component.
So there's a lot of wonderful things that are in this, very interactive. So if you decide not to buy the package at the bookstore, or you don't feel like you need the hard copy version of the textbook, this is a wonderful textbook for you because you can really use it and utilize it as if it was a printed text as well. So back in here, I'm going to show you an example of your assignments that you're going to have. If we go back to our assignments here. So a lecture assignment, again, these are wonderful short videos that are going to give you an overview. So in the first one that you're going to have to do, Chapter 2 Lecture Assignment Part 1, you see that there are 3 TMM videos. Tell me more. So the first one is on Learning Objective 1, followed by 2, and then 3. To watch a video, you simply click on this link and hit play. Again, this is only 5 minutes long.
The learning objective of this section is to
and it gives you a nice overview of that learning objective. And then you'll come back here and answer a couple of questions. You'll do that with all 3. So again, this one you're doing learning objectives 1, 2, and 3 after 1. When you get to your homework assignment, part 1, after watching those videos, they're only going to be covering learning objectives 1, 2, and 3. So at the top here, you will find some resources. For example, the ebook. Again, notice that it's covered the learning objectives that you just watched a video on, Learning Objective 2. You can watch a show me how video. If you're getting stuck on this one, you can see how to solve a similar problem. There's also a calculator. You can print this item out if you wanted to do it at hand. And if for some reason you find some sort of error, you can actually report that error right here. At the bottom of the page, you can see how many check your works you have, and that's per question. So question you get 3, for the next question you get 3 as well. You also have the option to email me through Cengage Now. So if you click on the email instructor button, it will actually take a full screenshot of the question that you are working on and pop up an email box for you to type me an email. This will go directly into my Northern S email box. I'll be able to see which question you're working on and be able to respond to you. Please note, however, when I do respond to your email through this, it will go back to whatever email you registered with Cengage Now. So whatever email address you log into Cengage Now with is where this response will go to. I've had students in the past that because they used a personal email address to log into Cengage Now, that personal email thought my response was spam and kicked it into their spam folder. So if you haven't heard for a little while in response to your question, please just double check your spam folder to make sure it didn't go there by accident. So I'm just going to put some numbers just to show you something quickly. So let's just say I'm done here. Make sure, notice I only did the first question, I haven't done the other 7. Only submit for grading when you have answered all of the questions. You can save your work and come back to it later, but only submit it when you're actually finished. So if I hit the submit button, it's going to be a warning asking me, are you sure you want to do this? If you hit it by accident, just click on continue taking assignment. If you really want to submit it, hit submit for grading. So it told me I got a 0 on this assignment. So I could then go right ahead and click on view assignment results, and it would open that assignment back up and show me what I put in and show me what I got right and wrong. I'm going to caution you to something here. If you do what I just did and only answered that first question, entered in some random numbers and hit submit, hoping that you could click on this view assignment results and get the information you need, that's not going to happen. When you click on view assignment results, the system will only give you feedback on questions that you answered. So if you left entire questions blank, it will not show you the correct answer. So please be aware of that, okay? So if you have any questions or you run into any problems with both Blackboard or Cengage Now, please get in touch with me. I look forward to working with all of you this semester, and I wish you all the best of luck.